Right. So I delivered the Storm the Norm talk in the Design Summit. I'm an innovation facilitator, and I've been working with large corporates to help them find their breakthroughs, product innovation, process innovation, business model innovation. And I do it in India, I've been doing it in Europe, and with organizations in the US. I find this ecosystem, this startup world, very, very vibrant and very infectious. I think the corporates have a lot to learn from these people, from this ecosystem, a lot to gain from this ecosystem, and also the other way around. I think startups can learn a whole lot from the way corporates work too. I think while startups have the irreverence, they have the resourcefulness, corporates have the influence. Corporates also have had an amazing discipline to do large, big things and to scale. I think that's something that startups can learn from corporates. I think somewhere, I think design thinking is a new word, but I think this is design thinking is something that human beings have done from the beginning. I mean, that's human ingenuity. I mean, this is how you create new stuff. Creating new stuff and tinkering is very primal. We've been doing it since we were in caves, right? So I think that is something, it actually forces you to focus on the core purpose and to look at what is the core, what is our core, what are we trying to achieve. Start from there, stay connected, stay true to your core. I think that's a universal rule or law of creation. I think startups need to do that. Amazing thing is they work with constraints. And within constraints, if you can remain focused onto what you are truly trying to achieve with the limited resources you have, you work well when you begin. But when you start getting funding, the issue is have money, will spend. Now that is one way of approaching things. When you don't have money, then ingenuity kicks in. Then you're forced to find interesting ways within the limited resources that you have. I think startups will need to remain true to that attitude that they begin with and not go astray when they get funded. I think also there is a need for collaboration. Startups need to start to work a whole lot with corporates, and corporates need to start working with startups. I think there is a lot of complementarity in there. So these 3 days of conclave, what happens is when you come in with, if you're a wannabe entrepreneur or people who are starting up, you have a kernel of an idea in your mind. These 3 days are an amazing time where you rapidly prototype your concept, because you're talking to so many people, you're repeating the idea so many times, you actually grow it amazingly. So these 3 days is equal to many months. And you use those amazing people out there that you meet as sounding boards, and the idea amazingly grows. So it's a great platform to gather that escape velocity that you really need. Infectious.